Hi everyone! I'm now Zomi, your dear zombie overlord, and I bring you gifts today. This video is my guide for Steam Summer Sale, but also at the end of the video I'll include some places you can find some great free games in case you can't get enough with the Steam sale. Also, if you've watched my video teaching hiragana and want something to test yourself with and learn even more, I found some visual novels on sale that are great for people learning Japanese. Also, sorry for the large list, I didn't know what you'd like, so I brought you everything. So get your shopping cart ready, and let's get started. Okay, so starting off on the list, I try and give you the most savings for the things that cost the most and have the biggest discounts right now. Some things may be out of order, but I tried my best and I hope you like it. So we have here Tomb Raider Collection, and I'm gonna go ahead and open that in a new thing so I don't mess up all my hard work. So Tomb Raider Collection, it has, to my knowledge, every Tomb Raider game pretty much, and like a ton of DLC. So if you like Tomb Raider kind of games, or well, specifically Tomb Raider in this case, then I would definitely recommend this. There's some co-op and stuff on some of these, I know for a fact. So yeah, great deal for Tomb Raider. It's usually $365 and now it's $43. Okay, next we have Assassin's Creed Bundle. And so let's open that up, double check what everything's in there. So we have Unity, Rogue, Syndicate. I'm not gonna actually name off every single game, I'm sorry. I realize that's gonna take even longer. So as you can tell, there are probably all of the Assassin's Creeds, maybe not the most recent, just like with the Tomb Raider and a lot of other packs, but if you like Assassin's Creed and you want to get a ton of them, then yeah, this is not bad if you have the budget for it. It's usually $400, but now it's only $100. So it's still pretty pricey, but it's a lot of games. So yeah, there you go. The Sims 3 collection. So I know Sims 4 is the more current one, but this one seems to have the best savings right now. And also, I think that anyone that likes designing anything probably will enjoy this, because they have this tool to create a pattern and change the colors and stuff. They have tons of designing options that I think are still worth looking into even now. So if you did want to get all of the Sims stuff for The Sims 3, it's $133, and usually, it says at the bottom down here instead, usually it's actually $379. It's almost like $400 practically. But yeah, all of the DLC, from what I can tell, even the Diesel stuff ones, into the future. I'm just looking at all this stuff. Wait, hold on. I don't think Sims 3 itself is in here. Okay, so maybe it's not everything of The Sims 3. I'm sorry. I tried. But yeah, there you go. It's still a lot of savings if you were interested in getting it. This one I can't recommend enough to pretty much everyone that's interested in any of the Borderlands games. So this is Borderlands: The Handsome Collection, if you haven't heard of it. It's Borderlands 2, like all of the DLC. All of the DLC. And then there's also way down here. Where is it? Still Borderlands 2. Yeah, there we go. The prequel. The pre-sequel, sorry. The pre-sequel. But yeah, Borderlands pre-sequel. Star Wars, the complete collection. I think it's missing, like, some of the newer stuff, at least, like, one thing, I think. But it's usually $292, and now it's $76, so you've got all of these. You're welcome to pause whenever you want, because, yeah, YouTube. But all of these games in here, it would be very expensive if you were going to get them when they're not on sale, each one. So feel free to pick that up if you like Star Wars. Or honestly, even though I don't I've never been really interested in the Star Wars movies. I have played a little of some of the games, one of them at least, and it's pretty cool. So even if you don't like Star Wars, maybe you might like the games. Like, I don't know. Okay, XCOM Ultimate Collection. Dum, dum, dum. So we have a ton of things for anybody that likes... I'm pretty sure it's turn-based stuff. I haven't tried out the XCOM stuff, I'm sorry. But if I remember right, it's turn-based alien combat. Da, da, da. Can I see some tags? No? Okay, that's fine. This is mostly just to identify the deals for everyone. If you're interested in any of these titles, even remotely, then go ahead and check them out. And maybe they're for you, maybe they're not. But yeah, this is just a guide to lots and lots of savings on games. Like this one, $200 typically. $200. $29. So if you're interested in Civilization 6, this would be the pack to get. Although also, if you don't want to get all of the DLC, it is just $9. So that's an option too. A lot of these, if you don't, if you don't want the tons of DLC, you can get it way cheaper for just getting the regular. The Just Cause collection. Usually 214. Now it's 41. So you've got couple of Just Cause games. The third one's in there too. I saw that one. Tons of DLC. Yep, there's the third one. And also fourth. Okay, moving on to the Valve Complete Pack. So, we have it usually at 145 and now it's just 13 bucks. Honestly, if you're interested in, these are the ones that I'm going to point out because I like these titles and I think a lot of people typically do. I am interested in checking out Half-Life that I still haven't checked out yet, so that's in there. All of them, I'm pretty sure. Portal. Portal's great. And Portal 2. You can't get as much in the orange box because I know a lot of people probably know about the orange box. This one has more and it's not that much more, so I'd recommend this if you like. It's got Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 in it. Absolutely amazing zombie games and still a pretty active player base, I believe. Tons of modding capability. And yeah, I actually think that Left 4 Dead 2 is better than Back 4 Blood, and quite a few people do. So hey, it's like $2 if you don't want to get all of this. Check it out. Zombies. And yeah, you've got all of this stuff. Tons of good stuff. Okay. And then this is Sid Meier's Civilization 5. So I wasn't sure. Sometimes some games do better in the my hands in the earlier ones that are than the later ones, like Sims 3 versus Sims 4 in my opinion. They're very different games with very different stuff, pros and cons. So maybe Civilization 5 might be more up your alley than 6. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I stand for either because I haven't played them. I'm sorry. But yeah, so if that's the case, there's 5 and all of the DLC here. I feel like this should have a DLC thing too, but it doesn't seem to be. Maybe it's a separate game. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. This is mostly, like I said, a guide for savings. Okay, Shadow Warrior Trilogy. So if you wanted all of the 3 games, then they're just $33 instead of $129. I believe they're tactical. I thought that was supposed to be turn-based. No, I'm thinking of a different game. I thought it was a stealth thingy. I'm thinking of a totally different thing. Doom franchise bundle. Do you like Doom? I've heard many people like Doom. It's one of the things on my to-do list because it's so popular with so many people. This is usually $130, pretty much. It's 38, just plain 38, not even in the hundreds at all. So, lots of savings. But that's assuming you want all of these games, or at least most of them, you know? Or you can just go pick each one at their super low value right now. I sound like I'm trying to work for Steam. Anyway, Alien Bundle. So, here we have Isolation. I know that one had a lot of popular reviews. Or positive reviews, not popular, I guess. But you've got Alien vs. Predator collection, and yeah. If you want to shoot aliens, hide from aliens. I know one of them's at least, like, run for your life from aliens, but yeah, more aliens. Usually 93. Actually, basically 94. Now it's $20. Deus Ex. Do you have interests in, I'm gonna say like cyborgs and cyberpunk kind of stuff? And yeah, this is like one of the originals to my knowledge, so definitely check this out. I heard some of them are less great than others. See, mostly negative, but some of them are also very positive. So you can pick and choose as you please. It's like a candy store, isn't it? Okay. Dungeons & Dragons Enhanced Classic Bundle. It's usually almost like $100, and now it's $20. So if you want to get all of that deep lore RPG kind of goodness, there you go. Lots of good RPG. Fun. Okay, so this one says I already have it in my cart. I have to explain this part. So this one I'm actually gonna go for first. This is the Far Cry bundle. Now, it sounds really great because it's got all of these in it. And I would agree, it's really great because it's usually 214, almost 215. And it's only 49 here. But I did notice if any of you really want to get the Apex version of Far Cry Primal Apex Edition, it doesn't seem to have that in here, so you might have to get Far Cry Primal first and then get this one, and it might give you a second copy. I'm not sure what's going to happen exactly, but just be aware if you want to get the special version of something, these are just the basic ones, but still lots of savings. So the reason you might want to be interested in the Primal Apex Edition, you have to go all the way down here to find out. I don't know. It says a new weapon, 4 enhancement packs. It's got some, like, actual story stuff in there, I think. So yeah, you might actually want that version. Now we go into here, sorry. We Happy Few Digital Deluxe Edition. So I've been playing We Happy Few on my channel, on my Twitch, and I love it. Granted, there's a lot of problems, really buggy, but it's also really fun. I love the story. I love playing it, so I recommend it highly to anyone that's interested in its kind of vibe, I guess I would say. So it even comes with the soundtrack. If you really like the music's pretty good. And yeah, all of the We Happy Few stuff. It's usually $87, almost $88. Now it's $10. You go play this game. Well, do your research, of course, first to make sure it's a game that you're really interested in. But I think it's good. Anyway, Disney Infinity Gold Collection. So if you really like Disney, or you have kids that really like Disney, or whatever, like, this is multiple of the Disney Infinity games. I haven't really done anything with them, but they look cute and cool. There's major savings here because it's usually almost $90, and here it's like 18. So it's really cool. Be warned, I did find out that it does not support multiplayer, that the servers were shut down. So if multiplayer is a deal breaker, don't buy it on here. That's the end of this one. But guess what? Ta-da! I told you it's a long list. Okay, so World of Magicka bundle. If you like the idea of going around and mixing different magical spells to use against the world or maybe even your friends, this is a really cool game. Like, the graphics are not super amazing. It's kind of an older game. Kind of. But you can mix the different elements together to make different spells and then just go crazy. So I still recommend it for people that are interested in magic. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. So there's all of the Magicka stuff in here, I am pretty sure. It's usually 105, almost 106. It's $35. Payday 2 Legacy Collection. It's usually $78 and now it's $12. And it is a ton of Payday 2 stuff, probably everything. What is this? Oh, this is one that I added that I wasn't personally very crazy about, but I thought some people might be, because it is major savings. 261, and it's now just $74. So I've never heard of Lost Winds, but it seems very positive. But I have heard of Planet Coaster and all these roller coaster things, so if you're interested in making these roller coasters, and there's, oh, and also Jurassic World Evolution is in here too. So feel free to check this out if this is something you're interested in. Oh, Elite Dangerous is in here too. You can pick and choose once again. So, yeah. Myst 25th Anniversary Collection. Usually about 80, now it's about 16 bucks. This one is unique. I don't know. But this is all of them, including the Doomsday extra that doesn't come with the complete collection. So don't get the complete collection, because it's actually not complete. Doomsday is not in it. I do know that much. So the full scrap collection, if you're interested in the whole story of it. It's usually about $70. It's like $4 now. And I'm just gonna give you guys a quick hello, sir. I was wanting something more about this. Here we go. So this is about the game and the key features. Feel free to look at that. Okay, and we're going. Yay, YouTube, pause. Okay, so read. No, it's not about reading. Red Dead Redemption 2. I can't read. Okay, so I don't think I really need to explain anything about this, but it's 50% off, 30 bucks, and if you want the Ultimate Edition, I highly recommend getting it sometime while it's on sale, probably this sale or something, if you can manage that, because it is $40, which is cheaper than the regular version when it's not on sale, and it's $100 when it's not on sale, so it's probably your better option if you're sure you are interested in Red Dead Redemption, you know? If you want to get all of the stuffs. Okay, so Middle-earth the Shadow bundle. And this includes Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, plus the DLC. And let's go back up here. It's usually 70, and now it is 10. So, Lord of the Rings and fantasy. Yep, definitely a good pick for anyone interested in those. Oh, Danganronpa. So this, if anyone doesn't know, is a kind of visual novel, but it's also got some movement to it. I don't know. Hold on, let's go to the first one, Trigger Happy Havoc. And So yeah, investigate murders, search for clues, and talk to your classmates to prepare for trial. And, this is what I mean by not entirely just a visual novel that you can move around in it. It's very reminiscent of like a Nancy Drew game, but anime and just crazy. If you like mysteries, and if you like anime even probably, most likely you're gonna enjoy this. Most likely. So, it's usually 60, and now it's 24, so big recommendation. Elder Scrolls Summer Bundle. If you don't have these yet, then this is probably a really good way to get them. Because there is the flat screen, not the VR version, but the regular flat screen version of Skyrim Special Edition. And then there's also Oblivion, the Game of the Year edition, and Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind Game of the Year edition. So you're getting the complete everything for them. It's usually 75, and now it's 21. And Trine. If you like magic and you like puzzles and like physics and stuff, then I think you'll enjoy this because that is what it is. And so you've got, I'm pretty sure all of the games. I think the fourth one was the last one. And so yeah, it's a platformer. There is co-op in it, so have fun playing that with your friends. And there's also single player too, of course. Yeah. And it's just gorgeous. So, yeah, if you like fantasy and puzzles and stuff, there you go. Batman! Become Batman with... Did I get the wrong one? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, so the reason I did that... We have the Batman Arkham Collection. So that's what I was saying, Become Batman, because you've got all these games. But it doesn't have the Arkham Origins. Yeah, doesn't have Arkham Origins. So that's why I had that on the list as well. So if you really want all these Batman games, that's also a good one. So Arkham Collection is usually $60. Now it's $9. Be Batman for $9. And then the one game that's not included, to my knowledge, is usually $20, and now it's $5. So, go be Batman. Soulcalibur VI Deluxe Edition. So the reason I go for Deluxe Edition as my recommendation is because it actually gives you some more characters. I still would recommend probably the Deluxe Edition because it's also not that much more expensive, as you can tell. And it's usually $90. So, if you're interested in getting the $90 version, but at a major discount, there you go. And it's a great fighting game if nobody's, like, if someone hasn't seen it. Dead Space Pack. So this is 1, 2, 3, and some DLC for 3. If you want spooks in space, you probably might want Dead Space, you know? It's just spooks in space. Okay, God Eater 3. So I have, actually I think the second one on here too. I'm not sure. I've heard they're also on the Vita or the PSP or something. I'm sorry, I'm doing things with my mouse. They're supposed to be considered very close to being like Monster Hunter. So if you're interested in Monster Hunter and anime, then I hear that this is a very, very good game. See? So it's usually 60 for the third one, and now it is just like under 10. So go ahead and go get that. I do think there's a story that it goes down sequentially, so if you can check out the first one instead, I think it's on the Vita. And I do recommend the Vita if you haven't looked at that. But anyway, we're not talking about that for this video. SPORE. Do you want to make little creatures, evolve them to make different creatures, and see if they survive or die out? Then SPORE is probably a game you might like. It even comes with the Galactic Adventures and creepy and cute parts, so you can make even more crazy creatures. Is there multiplayer? I don't remember. Nope, just single player. Oh well. Still pretty cool. I'm gonna just skip through here. Show me. Oh, there we go. No. I lost it, I'm sorry. There we go. Like, that's the first stage of the game, is you just make the most basic little microorganisms and you grow them. So, yeah. It is still an older game, so keep that in mind. And it's also EA stuff. Anyway, Quantum Dream Collection. Some of these are a little harder to find when you're searching for them, but as you can see, they do exist. You might have to click on, like, Detroit Become Human in order to find Quantum Dream Collection, because when I look up just Quantum Dream Collection, I cannot find it. I did look up Quantum Dream, or Quantic, not Quantum, sorry, and then clicked on Detroit Become Human, and then it showed it underneath it, so it's a little hidden. Some of these are a little hidden, but you can find them. And yeah, usually 80, now it's like 32, so it's pretty good, pretty darn good, because there's some really good stories in here. They will mess with your emotions hardcore. Okay. The Hitman Collection. I have heard many people are fond of Hitman. I have not checked it out, but this is a bunch of Hitman games that are on a really good discount, so I included them. So we have, it's usually 56, and now it's 7. So lots of things to play for $7. Borderlands 3 Ultimate Edition. If you didn't get Borderlands 3 through the Epic Games giveaway before, then this might be something you might want. It's usually 115 actually, and now it's 40. So it includes the Season Pass 2 and the Gold Weapons Skins pack. So if you're interested in some extra content and getting Borderlands 3 for as cheap as possible, just getting as much as possible, $40 for all that. Bioshock the Collection. Video's gonna take forever, I'm sorry. But it's usually 60, and now it's 12, so if you didn't get that through Epic Games, then here you go, $12. All of it. It is the remastered versions, so keep that in mind too. Okay, Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, and Dishonored 2. Now, it doesn't include Dishonored 1, as you can see, but we do have that further in the list, so yeah, depends on where you are in the series. And usually it's 60, now it's 12. My mouse is being kind of funny, I'm sorry. Code Vein. If somebody watching this hasn't heard of Code Vein, it's basically anime Dark Souls, kind of. Yeah, Souls-like. And you get to make your own character, and it's very interesting. Very fun game. Usually 60, now it's 12, but you can also go for the Deluxe Edition for just a little bit more, which is usually 80. And so Deluxe Edition includes the Season Pass and some bonus outfit for Mia, one of the characters in there, and also an accessory set. I know there's these like glowy claws in there because I've got those. I got this version of it when it was on sale. Yeah, Code Vein. Neverwinter Nights Complete Adventures. Ba-ba-bum. So yeah, more fantasy lore RPG stuff. If you're interested in that, then yeah, Neverwinter Nights. And I believe that there's also multiplayer. Yeah, online co-op and PvP. Oh, usually $40. Now it's $8. It is just $8. Dead Rising triple pack. Ooh, Dead Rising. Okay, so it's usually $60 and now it's $15. And it has both. Well, yeah, I was gonna say. It has Dead Rising 1, but also has both of the Dead Rising 2s. So for anyone that doesn't know, there is regular one, which has a new character for the main character. And then there's Dead Rising 2 Off the Record. And Off the Record is using the character from the first one. And so they're different perspectives, different games, but also still very similar. And yeah, I recommend Dead Rising for people if they like zombie stuff. You can use anything in the world practically to kill zombies. And I don't know, I think it's cool. Anyway, God Eater 2. So this is the second one from the God Eater that we just were looking at for the third one. And once again, it's... come on, mouse. It's very Monster Hunter, kind of, you know? So, it's a very positive reviews. The Outer Worlds. So, it's usually 60 and now it's 18. It also has a non-mandatory corporate sponsored bundle. If you're interested in getting the expansion pass and the soundtrack or whatever, then I think it might be great because it's usually 94. Now it's 38. So that's a good deal. But if you're not interested in the rest of that, then $18 just for the base game. Why is my mouse having so many issues? Is it just because I decided to record? Okay, Introversion Complete Bundle. Once again, pause whenever you want. I'll move my ears so you can see better. Sorry. So there's lots of stuff about this. And in here are some various games. The only two I really know about, though, is this one, DEF CON. And you might have an idea of what it is based on the name. You get to use different nuclear war weapons and try and take out the enemy before they take you out. And yeah. But this one I actually am more familiar with a little bit. It's Uplink. And it's like a fake hacking game. So you get to be a hacker. No. Anyway, usually this thing is $46 and it's just like $5 now. That's why it's on the list. It's very discounted. Stop. The Witcher 3. Oh, this one is actually a multiple part as well. So the Witcher Trilogy includes, as you would guess, all three of these games. But the third one that they have is just the regular version of Wild Hunt. And this one is the Game of the Year edition. And the Game of the Year edition has some DLC that comes with it. So you probably need to figure out if you want to get this and not worry about the DLC, or get the DLC with it too, or whatever you want to do. Great savings on both. So the Witcher Game of the Year edition for the third one only is $10, and it's usually $50. Come on, mouse. I'm sorry. Hold on just one moment. Is it working? I don't know if it's working. Oh. Okay, maybe it's better now. But yeah, it's $10 and it's usually $50 for the Game of the Year edition of the third game. And then for the Trilogy, it's $11 and it's usually $70. So, great savings for all of it. If you like Sword Art Online, you should definitely check out .hack. A lot of people actually prefer .hack over Sword Art Online, so even if you're not a big fan of Sword Art Online, if you like the concept of it, you will probably like .hack. If you're interested at all in that kind of story premise, this. Oh, no, stop. This is another thing, though. If you really are interested in this, you might want to start with the original .hack, not the .hack GU games, because this has all of the .hack GU games in it, and a new one. But it doesn't have the original .hack games in it. So instead it gives you like a little summary about them, from what I've heard. So if you're interested in getting the original .hack games, I think they're only on the PlayStation 2, but there is Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine, if I remember right. And so, there is a lot of .hack content. I'm just going to push play. A lot of .hack content. There you go. It is single player, and it's, I don't know how, it's cool. But it's usually $50, and now it is $10. It is just $10, and it's got 4 games in it. And the other 4, if you have a PlayStation 2, or, yeah. There you go. Here we go. This is the VR version of Skyrim, and I did include it even though it's got mixed reviews because you can still mod it and give it much more stability and turn it into pretty much anything you want, because as we know, Skyrim is very moddable. And so I think that makes it one of the best VR games you can get, assuming that you do mod it, because you really can make it more stable and you can make whatever world you want. So that's why I recommend Skyrim VR, even if it was kind of... So yeah, $60 usually, and $20 now. For $20, you can turn VR Skyrim into pretty much whatever game you want it to be. I mean, I've seen people turn Skyrim into like a horror game or Mario platformer or all sorts of things. So yeah, go look at mods, see if something's interesting to you, and then maybe get the VR version so you can be in your own world. Ni no Kuni. We're going to start with the first one, actually. If you like Studio Ghibli, if you like Hayao Miyazaki's stuff, then this is probably going to be something you really enjoy, because it's like you're hopping into one of the movies. So, and it even has like cutscenes. Hold on, there we go. Yeah. I mean, that just looks like one of the movies. Absolutely. That's a little bit less, but that's fine. So this is the first one. It's usually $50, and here it's $10. And I wanted to check something. Yep. Also, I wasn't checking for some of these, but if you're interested in learning Japanese, this does have full Japanese support. So, not a bad one to learn from, probably. The reason I mention that is because I also try to teach Japanese. So, yeah, that's for anybody that likes watching my stuff and wants to test out their knowledge and learn more. Now, the second one is also on a huge sale. It's usually $60. It's $9 now. Or if you want to go just a little bit more, you can get the other version of it, which is the Prince's Edition, which comes with the Season Pass and equipment package. I'm not sure what's in the equipment package. I guess weaponry. But it's usually $80, so yeah. $80 now is $12. That's pretty good. And let's just no. I'm not gonna try and look at too much of this, but just getting an idea of the visuals. Does it still have cutscenes like it? Yeah. Oh well, but that's the second one. Stellaris, if you like, I believe it's turn-based, like, real-time strategy? Stop. Real-time with pause, okay. And it's, like, space. I don't know. It seems like I'd compare it to something like Civilization, but space? I'm trying to find... There we go. So you can make your own decisions for the land... Not land, I don't know. The territories that you have, and have your characters and interact with people. I don't know. It is multiplayer, and so you can take over the universe. Go invade your friends. I don't know. I would personally recommend the Galaxy Edition, which is $12.49 instead of $50. But if you want to go with the basic version, there is $9.99 for $40. Now, the reason I say the Galaxy Edition is because the starter pack over here is a much bigger price increase jump, you see? So it's $39. If you can do that, that might be better because there's a DLC in there. Then we're just getting bigger numbers here. But if you can, it comes with... Where is it? Oh, I bet it's in here. Haha, I found it! But yeah, it comes with a novel, which is an ebook, of course, and the soundtrack, and it's just got some little extra goodies in here, including this cool alien race that you can play as. So for just a little bit more, you can get some extra stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Dying Light Definitive Edition. Usually $50, now it's $15. And oh my goodness, this game, I loved it so much. Of course, it's got its own problems. Every game probably does. But it's a great time either playing alone or playing with friends. As you can see, it's overwhelmingly positive. I've not heard great things about the second one necessarily, but the first one I did play all the way through, except for some of the DLC stuff that I still need to check out possibly. And I recommend it so much. In fact, minor spoiler, I'm gonna try and give you as little as possible about it, but there is an option to be able to play, how do I put this? Basically like an evil Spider-Man. And so, yeah, I loved that. So evil Spider-Man slay zombies and parkour like crazy. It's just, this game is highly recommended. $15, definitely recommended. Monster Hunter World Iceborne Master Edition Digital Deluxe. Now that's a lot of words, but it comes with Monster Hunter World, which is usually $20, now it's $10, but it also comes with the Iceborne DLC, which gives you a grappling hook. And that's usually $40 just for that DLC, now it's $20. And it comes with also this deluxe kit. Your mileage may vary, but it does have Iceborne and Monster Hunter World in it, and it's $34.97. It's usually $70. You could just decide to get Monster Hunter World and Iceborne, but yeah, not bad, not bad. So yeah, 35 instead of 70. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I have heard amazing things about Mass Effect, and I'm definitely interested in the Legendary Edition because it comes with all of the games, and it also boosts their resolution. Yeah, visual enhancements, there we go, for the first So it's a shooter with choices and stuff like that from what I hear. Yeah, choices matter, RPG, sci-fi, action RPG. So, yeah. Oh, there's the visual changes I want to see. That's cool. Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh, look at the snow. Okay, anyway, moving on, because we've got so much. Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm sorry, I am not great at speaking. I am not usually speaking very much because I'm usually pretty shy. But anyway. So Dragon Age Inquisition. It is usually 40, and now it is 8. I do not recommend this bundle down here because it's got Andromeda Deluxe Edition, and I have not heard very good things about Andromeda. But I do recommend $8 for Dragon Age Inquisition with all of the stuff in it, you know? Vampire. Play as vampire. Make choices to kill people or not. Fight things. Arr. I don't know. And then some other choices matter. Vampire RPG. And it's usually 40, and now it's $8. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Usually 60, now it's 30. And it's a Souls-like in Japan. Or at least Japanese-inspired locations. So if you are interested in a Souls-like game that's very Japanese ninja stuff, hack and slash, then yeah, Sekiro. Not a bad choice. Half-Life Alyx. That's right, because it was not included in the Valve Super Bundle, I included this as well. Because it is overwhelmingly positive, I'm sure you've heard of it. And it's usually 60, now it's 30, so 50% off is not bad. And I'm not going to talk a bunch about it because I'm pretty sure everyone's heard about Half-Life Alyx. Anyway, NieR Replicant. I have heard great things about this, very positives, and it is a action RPG hack and slash, dark, and I'm very interested in it. I don't really know anything about it though, but I do know that people are crazy about this game. And it's usually 60, now it's 30, once again 50% off. Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7 Complete Bundle. So I've heard great things about Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village as well. Really great things. Everyone's talking about that, you know. So there you go. This has both of them in there and Resident Evil Reverse. And some DLC in here too. It is usually $80 and now it's like $52, so there is some savings there. But more than that, if you want to get Resident Evil Village, it is 50% off, so it's only $30. And this is also 50% off, but it's only $10 because it was only $20 before. So unless you just want to get all that DLC in there, yeah. Wasteland 3. So, do you like Fallout? Do you want to play Fallout, like, with your friends? Sort of. It's not... It's like the older Fallout games, because apparently Wasteland 3, the Wasteland series is where Fallout came from what I understand, if I remember that right. That Fallout was actually from Wasteland. And Wasteland came out with a third one. I don't know. I know they're connected, I just don't remember exactly how. But this version has a bunch of DLC in it. I think it's all of the DLC, I think. But it's usually 62 and now it's 19. I'm gonna go click in here so you guys can see a little of it. So, to my understanding, if you were playing with a friend in the same game and the friend logs off or whatever, the changes you make to the world will be the same for them when they get back. Don't bully your friends too much. But from what I understand, yeah, you could really do that. Very positive reviews and really good savings, you know? This one, Digital Deluxe, does not come with a DLC. It comes with the soundtrack, I think, and a book? I don't know, let me double check. I'm sorry, I'm not ready. There we go. So it comes with a manual, a soundtrack, an art book, a lore book, some novellas or whatever, and high-res wallpapers. So honestly, I'd recommend the DLC version instead. It's a little bit more, but you get extra content in the game instead of just some little side stuff. I don't know. It's up to you. The Digital Deluxe extras, if you wanted to get those with it, are only like $3.29. You could just get that, and there you go. Blah, blah. Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning Fate Edition. So, Fate Edition has the Fatesworn add-on. This one right here, it's 15 usually. So yeah, it's 1814, and it's usually like 55. So I would recommend that one if you're really interested in playing more of it, because it does have the DLC in it. Divinity Original Sin 2. Absolutely an amazing game. Overwhelmingly positive, very positive, just yes. So, not only does it look pretty good. Come on. Yeah. It's a tactical RPG with great story and voice acting, and it's got, oh yeah, that's right, it's also co-op. So you can just play through campaign with your friends. You can either choose between characters that are pre-made with their own background stories and everything, or you can make your own characters and they just won't have a ton of background for them, you know? So I would recommend, if you do get this game and if you do play it and stuff, to check out one of the pre-made, even though it's less... I don't know. I prefer making my own characters, but the pre-made ones have great background stories, so yeah, I would recommend checking them out, at least for the first run or so. And it is a huge, beautiful game. Divine Edition, was it? Eternal Edition? Which one was it I got? I think it's just the regular one. Yeah, Definitive Edition, so just getting this one is Definitive Edition. This one comes with digital art book and map and soundtrack and stuff. This one comes with developer's cut and Oh yeah, and it comes with the Beyond Divinity and Divine Divinity games, which didn't have the best reviews, but if you really love this game, maybe you'll want to check them out. Maybe you love this world and stories so much. But yeah, you can choose. You see the prices right there. You see what's in them, so I'm gonna keep going. Because we still have a little bit more to go. Okay, Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition. It's usually $40 and now it's $13. And it comes with all this DLC. I think everyone probably knows what Fallout 4 is. Yeah? It's like Skyrim, but apocalypse. Post-apocalyptic fantasy fun. I did say, yeah, I said the prices. This one I have heard great things about. Disco Elysium. And then Control also comes in this bundle, and I think if you're interested in both of them, this is a great bundle to get because it's usually $80 and now it's $23. But if you're only interested in one of them, then you can get them for just like 14 or 12. Yeah. The Black Watchmen. So, if you've heard of an MMO called The Secret World, which is free to play, and really great in my opinion, it's very different than the usual stuff, but if you like that kind of stuff where you get to do puzzles to solve mysteries, and it's, I don't know, it's very unique. But this is The Black Watchmen. It's a ARPG kind of thing. I don't know. I remember hearing that, I don't know if they still do anything like this, probably not, but they used to send the players things in the mail or stuff like that. I don't know. It actually extended to be an ARPG, I believe. I don't know. Here we go. Okay, this is good enough, I guess. So, investigate online to solve dark mysteries. And yes, I do believe you actually have to go to websites. Real websites. So yeah, it's a lot of puzzles and mystery, and it gets intense. Communities helping each other solve these things. In fact, there's probably like a ton of forums, maybe even Discord servers. But I've already been talking about this for a while, so I'm just going to wrap up with the price. It's usually $10, and now it's $2.50. And I do recommend checking it out at least a little. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Ooh, this game. I've only played a little of it, but yeah, great game. RPG, open world. Once again, if you love fantasy, I think this is a good one. Yeah, dark fantasy. And hack and slash JRPG. It's usually $30. Now it's for $5. Now it doesn't have multiplayer, but you can make these NPCs called pawns to help out in combat, and your friends can download the pawns that you make. So there's that, but not actual multiplayer, sadly. Still a great game. $5. Grand Theft Auto 5 Premium Edition. So yeah, if you weren't able to get Grand Theft Auto 5 on Epic Games when it happened, this is $15, and it's usually $40. And it comes with the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack. There are some other ones which will give you more money in-game. I was gonna say points, but Horizon Zero Dawn. Very, very positive reviews. It's usually $50, now it's $25 because it's 50% off. And I don't know quite how to explain this one either, but it's open world, single player, RPG, post-apocalyptic with robots and sci-fi, archery, hunting, dinosaurs, stealth. Yeah, so you have to hunt down these robot dinosaurs and stuff, and so it's kind of Monster Hunter-ish too, but minus the building armor grind stuff. I don't know. Anyway, great game. Recommended. Halo the Master Chief Collection. And it's $16 instead of $40. So, very popular. I'm sure everyone's heard of Halo. Worth checking out. The Darkness 2. Okay, so this is not super well known, but I had to include it because it's still a good, like really good deal, and it's actually really cool. So, if you don't care about the story, if you don't care about the graphics, if you don't care about the anything else, it's got this one particular thing that makes it really, really awesome in my opinion. And that is... See these? You control these dark tendril snakes in combat. Look at that. And guns. Yeah, guns too. But control the dark snakes. Anyway, it's usually $30, but it's now $6. Yeah, cool game. Cool game. And I'll go ahead and look up these. It is co-op apparently too. Yep, multiplayer, where it is, shooter. Okay, so moving on to the next game actually. Fable Anniversary. So, Fable is another, like, choices kind of thing. RPG, open world, story rich, medieval, yeah, medieval sandbox. And it's very popular, very famous. So I think that might be worth checking out because it's usually $35 and now it is $10. Not bad at all. Elite Dangerous. Space. Hold on. Na. Yeah, space. So I'll be honest, I'm kind of more interested in Star Citizen, but Elite Dangerous still looks cool. Still, I checked it out a little and I plan to play more of it eventually. But yeah, I mean, it's only like $7, so it's usually $30. It's a cool big space game. It has a lot more exploration, a lot more map size, I guess you could say. So it's definitely got its purpose. It's very different from Star Citizen, and there you go. But I would recommend checking out Star Citizen. It's not on here, though. Anyway. Pillars of Eternity Collection. And that comes with the first one and the second one. And it's usually $100, but it's $22. So that's a really good deal. Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. So yeah, it's the first one with all of everything. And Dragon Age is a Choices Matter RPG. I mean, we already went over Dragon Age Inquisition, so yeah, this is just the first Dragon Age. The second one. That way you can have 1, 2, and 3, follow the stories. This one's usually $30, now it's $7. And once again, it's really good reviews. This is just cinematics. Nope, don't care. Okay. Darksiders Blades and Whip franchise pack. So Darksiders 1 and 2 with the soundtrack and the third game as well. I've definitely heard mixed things about the third game, but I've heard good things about the first one and the second one, as you can see. So you might want to just get the first one and the second one separately, but if you're interested in the third one, then I think you should get this pack. It's usually 135, and now it's 25. Oh, oops, I forgot. I wanted to show what game it was. So I'm going to show just the first one, I think. It is a hack and slash adventure fantasy. And it does have multiplayer in it, apparently, too. Or maybe not, because it just says single player, so I'm not positive about that. Definitely check that out before, if that's something that matters to you. But yeah. Fantasy. Yay, fantasy stuff. Oops. Sorry, that's for later. Okay, Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition. It's usually 40, now it's 12. It's the main game, plus a ton of DLC. I think all of the DLC, potentially. So it's a medieval RPG, open world. It's very cool. And let's close that. And so, Darkest Dungeon. This has very good reviews. It's usually 25 and now it's $4. And so it's turn-based combat, dark fantasy, roguelike. It's 2D with permadeath and Lovecraftian. It's got all these things. It's very dark, and you do lose your party members with the permadeath stuff. I'm trying to remember what else. There's like a sanity kind of meter thing that you have to watch out for in here, because if they go crazy, then I hear they just refuse to accept heals, and so I don't know. I don't honestly know much about this game, but it's on a good sale and it's a popular title. Pathologic Darkness. Okay, so it comes with Pathologic 2, which is a dark choices matter RPG that I hear is very, very difficult. But I hear it really has emotional aspects to it. It can really make people emotional. I don't know. Sad. Bring tissues. That's what I hear. Darkwood. It is a horror, top-down little RPG kind of thing. Let's see. With crafting and roguelike. Yeah, roguelike. And it is survival horror. So it's very positive rating. Once again, if you're not interested in getting both games, you can just get one or the other. Grim Dawn. So I put the cheapest version on here. It's usually 25 and now it's 5. There is the definitive edition, which has the DLC in it for 25, and it's usually 65, but since that's such a big jump in price, and I'm not sure about the DLC stuff, it looks like it's positive. But yeah. This one is $5, easy to get. This one, $25. Depends on how interested you are in the game. It's very Diablo-like. So, if you like Diablo stuff, this is apparently very popular. It has co-op, and I'm looking for something. I'm not seeing it. Okay, but it's very fast-paced compared to Diablo from what I hear. So, yeah. Quern, Undying Thoughts. And that is a first-person puzzle adventure exploration, point and click, blah, 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 blah. And it's usually 25, and now it's 5. So, puzzles. Looks pretty cool. Sea of Thieves. You wanna be a pirate? Sea of Thieves. It's 50% off, so it's 20 instead of 40. And Sea of Thieves, there's people that don't really love it, but I think it's really cool personally. You can pick what size boat you want to take out, just depending on how big your party is. And you go and collect treasure, follow like clues on maps, and yeah. It's a pretty cool game. It doesn't have like a ton of story or anything. It's very particular about what it does, and what it does, I think it does pretty well. Oh yeah, and I forgot. There's some Pirates of the Caribbean stuff in it too. Is that just in the base game? I think it's just in the base game. I don't see DLC in here. They do have a cash shop, but I think it's only for cosmetic stuff. So, there's that. Outward Definitive Edition. So, not enough people know about Outward, and sadly it has very mixed reviews going on, but honestly, I quite enjoy Outward. I'm a very big fan of it, and I hope that they do try to make more things like this in the future. So I would compare it to kind of like Skyrim, but multiplayer, because you have all these different side quests and the main quest stuff, I think, yeah. Open world. There's even some survival elements, like hot or cold, that if you get too hot or too cold, it'll have an impact on you. And hunger. Hunger is important in here too. Sleep. I don't remember how important sleep is in here, but you can go to sleep. If you sleep in an area that's not safe enough, then you could get attacked. And I don't remember if there's actual death in the game. I think it's just different events that occur depending on where you die. Well, pass out at different places, different things will happen. You could get imprisoned, you could end up rescued, or all sorts of different things. So it's an adventure that you get to go on with one other person. It's really only one other person, unfortunately. But you and one companion can just go throughout. See, look at that. And survive the world and unlock all the different stories that are going on in it. And I'm spending too much time on this one thing, probably, but I really do love this game. The reason for the mixed reviews, more than likely, from what I've been able to tell, it is very buggy, but if you set it up, which is not too hard, to enable the cheat console kind of thing to work, you can fix most of the bugs, I think. Like, most of the issues is that stuff will randomly despawn from your inventory or stuff like that. Most of the issues you can fix by using the little in-game cheat stuff. It's definitely worth checking out, especially $20, it's 50% off. Go hang out with a friend in there. I mean, this is how cool it is. You can have a torch, right? You can be holding a torch, and your friend could be cold. And your friend can just get closer to you holding the torch so they can stay warm. Like, that's cool. Or, I don't know. It's a cool game. You should check it out. It needs more love. Anyway. And it comes with a DLC, by the way. All the DLC. Because it's definitive, you know? Devil May Cry HE Collection. So, yeah, it has all of the Devil May Cries except for DMC stuff, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. And, yeah, 1, 2, and 3, there we go. And they've got some visual boosts as well. But, yeah, Devil May Cry, hack and slash, action, demons, single player, fast-paced. Very anime-like, yeah, that tag fits it. Dead Island Definitive Collection. So you get both of the Dead Island 1 and 2 games and Dead Island Retro Revenge. I don't know about that one, but the first two, yeah. Each game is only $4. The whole bundle is only $9. It's usually $45. So it's great, and it is multiplayer. So go have fun. Kenshi. So I hear that it's like Outward, but it's single player. And so it's still something I'm very interested in. It's got really good reviews, actually, too. And a ton of Steam Workshop stuff, from what I understand as well. It's usually 30, now it's 12. It is definitely a good price point. So, there you go. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Standard Edition, because there is the Tourist Edition, but I don't think... 3 unique weapon recipes, collectible voodoo dolls, the soundtrack, and a guide. So it's not like it gives you a bunch of like DLC or anything, so just the standard should be fine, but if you want the Tourist Edition, it's only a little bit more. Actually, you know what? Yeah, get the Tourist Edition probably. So $25 instead of $50, or $22 instead of $40. And it's very positive. Walking Dead VR. It is VR only. So be aware. And yeah, zombies. Kill the zombies. Okay. Murdered Soul Suspect. I included a scary game. So it's a mystery of this one guy is killed and he's trying to solve his own murder as a ghost. So that's a pretty cool premise for $2. It's usually $20, but it's $2 now. $2 for a spooky mystery game. Yeah. Not bad. Dishonored Definitive Edition. So, remember how I said that the bundle before didn't have the first one in it? Now, this is Dishonored 1. And, for anyone that happens to not know about Dishonored, because I'm trying to do this, you know, it's very positive, it has very positive reviews. It's a stealth game, and yeah. I don't know. And yeah, usually 20, now it's $4. The Hunter, Call of the Wild. If you like hunting games, this one's pretty darn cool. Okay, so it's, once again, great reviews. You could get one of the bigger bundles depending on what DLC you're interested in. They do have a bunch of DLC, but the thing is, if somebody in the lobby that in your game, you know, if somebody in there has some of this DLC, you're able to use it, I believe, at least for the maps and stuff, if I remember right. Double check, of course, but this one's usually 63, now it's 20, usually 84, now it's 22, usually 156, now it's 56, so $100 cheaper. And 20 went down to just like $5. And this is a really great game if you like hunting, and so you can just track them by their footprints. I think there's even like a harder difficulty mode where the footprints don't glow, if I remember right. I think that's the one that I liked using. There's like blood trails for when you slightly injure them and need to go hunt them down. I don't know. Some people might not like it, but some people might. So it's on the list because it is a really good deal and it's unique. So I think people might like that. Subnautica with both games in it. Now I do recommend at least getting the first game, which is usually 30. Now it's 15. Oh, that one. But there is a sequel. I don't know how good it is. Apparently it might be less good, but whatever. Both of them, however, is usually 60 and now it's 29. So I definitely recommend going to check out Subnautica. It's a kind of survival underwater where you collect stuff and craft to be able to explore more. And there is more to the game. There is, but I don't want to spoil any of it. There is an end to the game, though. I will say that. And you really will want to get to it. It's usually 30. Now it's 15. There's this soundtrack edition. It's usually 80. Now it's 36. Like, I do recommend Subnautica. Anyway, Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remastered. Final Fantasy X is super famous, and both the games are usually 30, but now it's 15. So RPG, turn-based. None of this is this is just cutscenes and stuff, pretty much. Okay. But yeah, popular game. Really great price. 2 of them, actually, so. The Forest. I believe it's multiplayer. Yeah. It's usually 20, now it's $5. It's an open world survival crafting kind of thing. I think there's also a little bit of a story going on, if I remember. I don't know. It's on my to-do list. Black Mesa, because I don't believe... Was it included in the Valve one? I don't think it was included in the Valve one, or maybe it wasn't included in the orange box one. I don't know. But it is usually 20, now it's $5. So, yeah. There's some extra Valve stuff. I don't know. Fallout Classic Collection. So it has the first, which is a post-nuclear role-playing game. This other one, which is Tactics, Brotherhood of Steel. And then the second game, a post-nuclear role-playing game. But yeah, has all 3 of these games in it. Each one's about $3, usually 10. The whole thing is $6 instead of 20. So see where the Fallout games came from. They're definitely dated, but I hear they've got great story and you get to unlock more of that lore, you know? Elder Scrolls Online Standard Edition. So I do think Elder Scrolls Online is pretty cool. The story and stuff, and the combat's not bad. I don't know. It's usually 20, now it's $6. It is an MMO, so there are like a bunch of shop items, but it's a game you can play with your friends, $6. So, yeah. It's a pretty cool game. Then LA Noire. Oh my goodness. Yes, I highly recommend this. It's usually 20, now it's $6. It is a detective game. There are a bunch of old cars in here that you can collect if you're interested in old types of cars. And there's just an open world to explore and solve the cases, interrogate the suspects. I mean, there are memes about press X to doubt and all that, but for one, you can see where it came from. For two, it's a great game. It really is. It's got some weird moments where it's uncanny valley and people act funny, but it's still a great mystery game. Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition. And that's usually 20. Now it's like 7. So it's all the Fallout 3 stuff. Yeah. Dead by Daylight. Do you want to pretend to be a psycho killer and hunt down your friends or strangers? Or do you want to try to survive a psycho killer? Dead by Daylight. Now, there are a bunch of DLC to get with different killers and survivors and all that stuff. But you can just get the base game for $8 instead of 20, its usual price. I don't personally recommend either of these. Maybe this one if you really like Silent Hill stuff. I don't know. But you can get the base game, and then if you really, really want, you can go grab one of these. I'd recommend, of course, looking online for reviews for each pack first, because some packs are less quality than others from what I hear. You know? But yeah, 4 versus 1. 4 survivors, 1 killer. It's a fun game. Each killer has different like abilities and weaknesses. Very fun. And I do sometimes play it on stream, so if you get it, you might be able to play with me. I don't know. So Fallout New Vegas Ultimate. It's usually 20, now it's 8. It is Fallout New Vegas and all the other stuff that goes with it. Once again, Fallout game. Bully Scholarship Edition. So it's a little, like, here we go. Open world, sandbox, exploration, RPG. I was wondering if we could call it an RPG. It is an RPG. It's just a different kind of RPG. It's not very fantasy. It's a high schooler, right? Yeah. And I've never played it, but I've heard great things about it. I don't know how to really go into things, but yeah, $4 instead of 15. It is very popular though. I'm almost wanting to say something like, if you like these old, like, school movies. I don't know. Ah, whatever. I'm done trying. Tabletop simulator. Do you like playing board games, but don't like how there's so many little pieces to it, and that, like, you can lose them or break them, or that you have to lay out each little thing? I don't know. Do you hate the difficulties of board games in the physical world? Then this is for you if you do. Because this is board games, but upgraded, because now you can just use the conveniences of computers. So you still have dice rolling and all that stuff. You can play all these different kinds of games. There is a Steam Workshop, yeah, so you can play even more kinds of games than what the base game has or the DLC has. Anything you can think of making, and, like, if you know how to use the tools to make stuff with it, you can pretty much make anything, because you upload different pieces of things into the game. Look, you can just knock things over and then push a button to reset. And if you can think of a board game, like I said, you can probably either make it or find it in here. So that's why it's overwhelmingly positive, very positive reviews. It's usually 20, now it's 10. And I know there's a ton of things in the shop for Dungeons and Dragons, and just tons of stuff. Honestly, hold on, I want to go visit the workshop. Look, Family Feud. Stardew Valley, the board game. Unnecessary chess. Okay. There's so many different things. The Binding of Isaac, 4 Souls. Warhammer, and I don't even know. So many things. So if you want all of the board games ever, it's $10. And it does have VR as well. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. It's usually 20, now it's 10. It's, like, probably the most famous vampire game. Probably. Yeah. It is single player, RPG, action RPG, stealth. Yeah, you can play it however you want. Are there choices in here? I don't think it's got specifically choices, but you can play however you want, what kind of vampire you want, from what I understand. Yeah, $10. Yuppie Psycho. Oh, I loved this game. So Yuppie Psycho is actually $6.66. I love that. It's usually $16. What, $17? There are some bundles in here if you want to get a bunch of other games with it too. But it's very positive reviews for a reason. It's got a cute style to it. The story is great. The characters are great. I've heard people that don't think that it's going to be very scary, and then they hop in and they actually get scared. Honestly, it's hard to scare me with these kinds of things. I'm not scared easily. So I can't really vouch for any of that, but I do think it is a super adorable, fun, spooky little game. Look at all the spook. And like I said, the story is great. Oh, multiple endings. I didn't know that. Choices matter, multiple endings. Anyway. Great game. Plague Inc. Evolved. Do you want to create a virus and set it out into the world and see how many people you can destroy and how long? Are you a crazy person? Then instead of $15, it's $5. Or if you want to also do war stuff, I don't know about the Rebel Inc. stuff, but it's $12.67 for the pack of both. Plague ink. Yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know, yeah, you design whatever little virus plague you want, upgrade it to have, like, how it goes, how it's spread. Look at that. You can watch the progress of your beautiful monster. Outbreak sim. Yep. Recommended. Okay, Black Desert Online. Now, it is an online MMO. There is a cash shop, and I've heard people say that it's also, it tries to really encourage you to spend in there. I don't know. I have played it before. I do see the cash shop, but I've not really purchased anything from it, and I don't think it's too in your face. But that's just something I just wanted to point out. It does exist. But what you do get for an actual dollar, $10 when it's not on sale, so ooh, $10, you can make the most detailed, crazy, beautiful people in it. Let me see if I can... No, I don't want that. Can you show me the faces? No. I just want faces. There we go. So this is probably the best I can get. But the character creation for this is insane. You can have heterochromia, one eye color be different from the other. You can have different, like, you can make the eyes entirely, what sclera, what highlights, what iris, all of it. You can do the makeup all special. You can have the, like, Sims levels of control of the face shapes, like how big or small the nose is, high or low, cheeks in and out, mouth size, I don't know, just tons of control over what your character looks like. Go look at some of the characters that have been made with Black Desert Online. But not only that, oh, and their hair creation, wow. You can edit the hair that they have in there too. Ah! Anyway, so not only do you get that, which is great for if you want, if you like draw and you want some kind of reference or something for that, I guess, or for screenshot fun time to make art. But you also get an action combat, like hack and slash based game, MMO still. And lots of different, like, you can tame horses and breed them like Pokemon, basically. I don't know. And catch them with rope, with a minigame. There's a lot of cool features in here. And for $1, it's definitely, there's not many reasons you shouldn't get this. To at least check it out and play with your friends. The Wolf Among Us. Oh my goodness, I wish the second one actually was made. I don't think they're making the second one anymore. I don't know. Because it was Telltale. I hope somebody picks it up, because the Wolf Among Us first game, right here, is amazing. If you like... Where, I want some pictures. I want some pictures. There we go. If you like the fairy tale stuff but darker, then you will probably really like this. Like, come on, show me the picture. Okay, well, you can see over here. There we go. This is one of the 3 little pigs. And over somewhere else here, this is Snow White. So you have these comic-style, dark fairy tale creatures and fairy tale characters, and you have this big mystery that's going around, and it's so cool to solve the mystery and interact in the world. I love Telltale game stuff. I really do. And this is probably one of their best, if not the best. Honestly, even compared to The Walking Dead. At least in my opinion. So, The Wolf Among Us, $6 instead of $15. Even at $15, it is amazing. But $6, you should totally get this. Okay, To the Moon. If you think that you won't cry about something, if you think you're so tough, check this game out. Or if you want to cry, go check this game out. This game, I don't think there's somebody that it won't make you cry. I really don't. It's overwhelmingly positive. It is art. So it's just a really crazy cool story with beautiful pixel art and just I can't say much of anything about it because it would give away everything, but it's crazy cool. And it's $2. It is $2, and if you want the soundtrack, then it's $3. Yes, it's usually 10, and even then, yes. Okay, Hollow Knight. I have mixed feelings about this game because my stream wants me to play it all the time, and it hurts my soul. So it's a Souls-like, cartoony, beautiful game that crushes you. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but it's usually 15, and now it's just like 7. It's pain, but it's... I'm interested in finding out more. There is a lot of story from what I've heard, and I don't know. It keeps making you want to come back for more. So I might play it again. I don't know. Eh. Faster than light. Do you want to control everything on your own ship? To be able to shoot your enemies in space? And to have, like, these different scenarios that you end up in because of the adventure unfolding around you in a random procedure thing? This is definitely, yeah. So you can see there's the hull of the ship. And then you've got parts that you can use for, like, upgrades and stuff. It shops. It's like your currency or something, if I remember right. Your shields, your weapons, and what power. You can put the power entirely in the weapons. Take the power out of the oxygen areas. They won't make oxygen anymore. Your people that need oxygen, because not all of them do, but the people that need oxygen will not be able to breathe and will potentially die if taken too long to fix that. But you could do that. And you can take out the oxygen areas. Do I see oxygen here? I don't see oxygen here. I see shields, weapons, the pilot, and more weapons, I think. So you can choose where to attack. Strategically, if you see oxygen, you can choose to take out the oxygen on the other ship. And, yeah, it's usually $10. Now it's $2. Oh, yeah. And it's a very popular game because, oh, yeah. It's a great adventure. It's single player, though. It is single player. But I have a surprise for everyone for after, so don't worry. Project Zomboid. It is like the ultimate zombie survival game. It's not like a crazy shooter or hack and slash, but there are so many things you can do in here. You can hotwire cars, you can break windows, you can start farms, use generators, forage for everything, like in the forest and stuff. There are so many options for things you can do in here. No playthrough is ever going to be the same as another playthrough, even somebody else's playthrough. It is very positive for a reason. You can set your own rules for the zombie apocalypse on how the zombies are. It is so in-depth. And it is $13 instead of $20. For less than $15, you can have a build-it-yourself crazy zombie apocalypse. Okay, next on the list is Stardew Valley. And I'm pretty sure, like, everybody's heard of Stardew Valley. It's a farming game. It's multiplayer and, like, actually farming, if anyone doesn't know. So you want to be a farmer with your friends. I think there's a little storyline as well. I haven't played it. I'm not really the farming kind of type, but I don't know. I've heard great things, obviously, overwhelmingly positive. Look at these reviews. So I am a little interested. I might still check it out. I think it would be really good for potentially learning languages, so I might check it out in Japanese, because it does have a ton of language support, and it is just a farming thing, so maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's got a bunch of complicated stuff in it, but I'm thinking it's probably, like, Animal Crossing or something. I don't know. Anyway, everyone knows what Stardew Valley is. And it's usually $15. Now it's $9, so some good savings there. Nothing like crazy, but not bad. Terraria, or Terraria, or however you say it. It's a fun little game. I have played this a bit, not as much as a lot of people, but it is kind of like a side-scrolling Minecraft. It's a whole different experience though than Minecraft, of course, because you can see everything around you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's, you know, way more easy or anything, because there's tons of different kinds of monsters that can attack. I don't know why I'm explaining Terraria, because I'm pretty sure everyone knows about it. It's very great reviews, it's multiplayer if anyone doesn't know about it, and tons of language support, so yeah, it's a nice game, very moddable, and if you haven't heard about it, you should check it out. It is usually $10, now it's $5, or if you wanted to play with your friends, you can get a 4-pack, one for you and for like 3 of your friends, you know, and it costs less than, or no, actually, no it doesn't. I've got them mixed up, sorry, but it's $15, so it's only like $5 more than if you were to buy it off of when it's not on sale. And you get to play with 3 other friends if they don't have it already. Make sure they have it or not, because they probably have it. But yeah, pretty good savings. Pretty good savings. I mean, not as good as the others, but whatever. Escape Simulator. So this is usually 20, and now it's like 15. It comes with the Steampunk DLC. If you don't care about the DLC, you can get it for just $11. Now, it's not a super well-known game, but it is a really cool game. If you like escape room stuff, I think you're gonna like this, because it also has a workshop, you know, Steam Workshop integration. Lots of language support if anyone cares. And so you can go through and do escape rooms that are built into the game or that you download on the shop, or you can make your own. It has a really cool, look at that. That's how you make, I'm gonna turn off the music just in case. But that's how you make the escape rooms. It's pretty easy to set up from what I can tell. I've never set one up myself, but go make locked rooms for your friends, throw them in there, imprison them, and see if they can get out. So yeah, have fun with that. I know it's not a ton of savings, but I do suggest people to check this game out just because it does have a lot of capability. Okay, now that takes us to the next part of this video, where we're going to do information about games that are good for Japanese learners. These are not free, but they are very, very low priced right now. So this is Learn Japanese to Survive, the Trilogy. And it's not the best way to learn the basics, but it is a way to learn the basics. So it does teach you hiragana and katakana, and then it also has some kanji. I don't believe it has a ton of kanji. I think it's like 100. I don't know. For anyone that doesn't know, you do need to know a little less than 2,000, I think, for the basic Joyo kanji, I believe. About 1,500. I don't know. Anyway, this I don't believe has all of them. But if you have difficulty getting started, it's a video game, so it turns learning into a video game. And so it can make it easier, it can give you more motivation, it can get you started. And honestly, kanji, you'll see they're kind of like puzzle pieces that you can have one piece of it and then the second piece of it, and there are two different kanji that are standalone, but when they're combined together, they have a different meaning that's probably similar to the components that they're made of. So it's a good thing to look at because you get the basic building blocks probably. And hiragana, I recommend you do these in the order here, unless you know that you know hiragana or you know that you know katakana, then you can work on the others. But yeah, learn hiragana first, then katakana, then kanji. Usually all of this is $23, and now it's just $2. So they do have little stories about the hiragana, katakana, and kanji wars or whatever. You fight the kanji characters and the hiragana and katakana characters. It's cheesy, but it's fun. The only thing I have a complaint about is that when they teach you the Japanese kanji, they give you the onyomi, which is the Chinese reading, I believe. It's the other there's two different readings for kanji, but well, at least two. And then they give you the kunyomi as well at the same time, which is the Japanese reading of it. And so they throw also how to stroke order. They throw all that information at you at once, and that can be a little much. But it is a video game, and it's like probably the top one in its class. I haven't seen anything like it that surpasses it. It's not perfect, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. I spent too much time on that one. But that is the one that is going to give you your basic information. Oh, and don't forget, I do teach Japanese. I'm slowly adding more content, so you can learn from my videos as well on here or on Twitch. So yeah. Anyway, so this is Tokyo School Life, and it's a visual novel. I think it's a dating sim. It's usually $15, but here it's $6, and the reason that I have it on this list is because where is it? Here we go. Japanese text has furigana, so you can display. An additional selection. So you can have the English one, and you can have the Japanese one, and the Japanese one can have the furigana, which are the hiragana, to how to pronounce the kanji. So it is really a great system for if you're first starting out learning Japanese and you want to work on that. Let's try and go through here. I'm trying to see if... Can I see some... There we go. So to my knowledge, it seems like you can choose which language to put here, and then the other one's going to be up here, so it's kind of out of the way. My personal recommendation, of course, is put Japanese here, put English here, and then you can go to the English one when you absolutely have to. Okay, moving on. Malice Code. So this one also, I think, has furigana. Oh, without furigana. Okay, so yeah, this one is more like a level 2 after you finish something like the first one. There is a hiragana option, but if you just read with hiragana and you don't have any kanji, it can be very confusing for beginners that don't really know spoken Japanese. If you know spoken Japanese, but you don't really know written Japanese, like kanji, then that works great. But if you're just learning hiragana, to make everything really jumbled. So I'd recommend... Oh wait, it does have Japanese with furigana. Sorry, I am a derp. So you can either do that if you feel you need to, and then for the second time playthrough to test yourself, you can do it without the furigana. And so yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't notice that. But so that's a good level 2 to get you further in there. Japanese school life. This is, shocker, another visual novel. A lot of these are going to be visual. They're all going to be visual novels. I did say that Ni no Kuni or Stardew Valley would work potentially as well, but you have to worry about the speed of things and all that. Where is it? There's a glossary with Japanese cultural terminology. Here we go. In-game text is available in both English and Japanese. I don't believe it offers furigana. So I also don't believe I'm going to see anywhere that it's written in Japanese. No, that's fine. But it tells you about the culture stuff as well. So, because you're in Japan in the visual novel, and you're a foreigner learning about Japan, so perfect, right? But yeah, it's a harder level, so be aware of that. And I say that only because of I'm pretty sure it's lacking furigana, but the words in Malice Code are probably far more complex because it's more science-y, I think. Okay, Love at First Sight. This one looks so cute. And so this one is you have to, like, you fall in love and romance this Cyclops girl, I guess. Creepy cute. That's adorable. It's overwhelmingly positive, so I imagine it's got some great writing in there. But what we're concerned about is not listed here, is it? Well, it does also have Japanese characters as an option that I can't see in here. But I do know that because I saw it on this one list on Steam. I don't know. I'll find the list later and link it in the description if I can. Yeah. But yeah, Japanese letters. Well, Japanese language entirely, actually. Now this one is for the, like, highest level that I have on here, I think. This one is Fault Milestone 1. And so it is just a story rich in magic. Oh, and fantasy. Journey of a lifetime. I don't know. But yeah, you can go through this. It's more difficult because it doesn't have the furigana and stuff like that, but it does have the kanji support and tons of other languages if you're interested. So, good one to pick up. And that is the last of our Steam stuff. So now we move on to the free goodies that I found for everybody that either can't get anything this Steam sale or that wants to get more stuff. So yeah, let's go to that. So the first thing I would recommend is the Epic Games store. Even if you don't have a computer, you can just make an account. Add them to your account because they have these free games that come out every so often, and sometimes they have some really popular titles. Like they've had Grand Theft Auto, Vampire, a bunch of the ones that I had on the Steam sale list actually they gave away. So they're a really good place to get free games. And they've also got like discounts on things. Oh, be aware that if you do get something on here, you won't have access to the Steam Workshop for it, obviously. So be careful. But yeah, you make an account and just add them to your account, and then whenever you get a computer, there you go. Second thing, I believe you might remember the Faster Than Light that was earlier in the video in the Steam sale. So this is like a multiplayer version of it. It's free, and or you can like give some money to the developers, of course, because they have an optional payment, you know. And it's I haven't checked it out, but it's something I'm very interested in because it is like multiplayer Faster Than Light. So nice. This one is itch.io, and I'm sure probably everybody has heard of it, but if you go to free and visual novels, there are so many free visual novels. Doki Doki Literature Club is actually on here. There's some other things I wanted to talk about specifically. Hold on, what was that list? Okay, so there's Project Cat on here as well that I would recommend. Cat spelled with a K. So you can make an account and you can just add it to your collection. It's free to play. It's just the prologue little demo thing, but it's very cool. It's definitely one I'm interested in because they're all supposed to be like serial killers or something. They're all crazy. So, sounds fun. And then I already talked about Doki Doki Literature Club, so. There is the Internet Archive, and they do have books and videos and software. Software includes games. This is the first 4 of the Nancy Drew games, and you can just go play that, apparently, so yay. Now, because it is very old, it was made, I believe, for DOS. Is it DOS? Thinking. Windows 98. Okay. But there is a video, actually, that I would recommend where it tells you how to get it working on Windows 10 without the disk swapping, because it is a very old game. Actually, all 4 of them are very old, but specifically Secrets Can Kill, the very, very first one, the oldest one, it has 2 disks, and you have to swap between the 2 disks when you go between the 2 parts of the map. So when you go to this area versus this area, you have to swap disks, and you have to go back and forth between those a couple of times. At least I think those are the areas. So yeah, you want to use that video by Nancy Drew walkthroughs. So there you go. Is that everything? I think that's everything actually. So So I hope you enjoyed my list. I know it's crazy long, but I tried to give everyone something that they could have fun with, you know? No matter what your budget is or your interests are. And yeah, I don't know. Hi, Jinky Hearts. I hope to see you in my streams. I hope that we can hang out lots, and I hope you enjoy lots of gaming. Maybe gaming together, because I do play games with my peoples when they come visit me, depending on what it is and what my goals are with that game. Some games, they might be multiplayer, and I might just want to play single player, but yeah, I don't know. I try to include people. Anyway, this is long. So have fun, enjoy your games, and be free, my zombies. I don't know. Bye! Okay. Bye.